this episode.
Alright, and welcome back to Zondell, Lands of Discordance, a Dungeons & Dragons 5e campaign. We have four of our players back once again. The others are either out, unable to, due to work schedules or other issues.
And the
One
plague.
may or may not be in later. We'll see. And we'll get off into things. So, last that we had left off, there was some discussion with Dantalion about possibly some regicide going on, attempting to take out the Demon Lord Dagon, if possible, in order to deal with a few potential problems that some of the group had. And that's where we had left off last. Plans to, after the wedding, deal with that and to further discuss what those plans would be in this session and onward. So, thus far, you have the information on where Dagon may be located and some of his agents. Dantalion has left. The atonement ceremony ritual has been done. And Strahd's discussing possibility of contract and such with Dantalion on facing Dagon, but need to iron out those details before anything concrete is made in place. There was some discussion about trying to get Dantalion to use up the remaining time that he has available to possess Elwyn. Some suggestion about getting him to eat some certain food and enjoy, such, because he talked about not, having those capabilities previously, and some joking around, suggesting that he do this and that and not show up for the wedding, etc. But more or less, after the ceremony and a bit of time to rest and recuperate after a battle with a Serac and everything else going on, a new day rises. People
Yay!
are hustling and bustling around Castle Ebon Peak,
We survived the night.
ensuring that they
Did we?
are getting things ready for the wedding. Some different individuals talking to Gisela and comparing different types of flower arrangements and things like that. But for the most part, things seem to be a lot more peaceful than they were when you first came over to the Frostheart, having left the Eternal Clockwork in a little bit of disarray after a few things happened.
We have no idea what you were talking about.
Still is like, these people should have never been here in the first place. All the shit hit the fan when they got here.
So, but after you all have a decent breakfast, what would you like to start off doing today?
World domination. Same thing we do every day. I think Sil's going to finally try to get to fucking Malik so she could deliver those brains.
Okay, so you're wanting to take a few hours to head over there?
Yes, with Garnick and she needed someone who could locate the tree in the first place. And then she walked past all those fucking Leos, and then all that shit happened. So, go to the head wizard dude, Charles.
Archmage
While
Lewis?
he is in charge of Leo, his name is not Charles.
What is his name?
Leo. Or Lewis, I mean.
Lewis!
Leo, you dumbass.
Yeah.
Leo is in charge of
Lewis.
Leo, right.
Yeah.
Right. Look for Lewis. And then sisters would still be looking for assassins and whatnot. Riordan still be working for Lewis, trying to not find a way to extend his life, because that's kind of dark path, but a way so that he could just live a little bit longer. And Umbra, she's gonna be exploring the castle a little more, trying to look for just different things, going through all the drawers, seeing how everything works.
Baron would probably do that with
She's like, "Oh, what's this do? Oh, it's just
Yeah.
a drawer. That's lame. What's this do?" And she'd be like pulling on like candlesticks to see if it opens up like different passageways or anything.
you. Yeah, like I feel like Baron and Kraz are just sitting there like, so, what do we do now? we got a castle, I guess. We can go look around, I don't know. That R probably, I don't know, Baron would probably go investigate the tower and see if anything needs to be cleaned up there. With his fucking
Oh,
pony
you mean
and
to
get there
decide
pretty
for all
quick.
the snow that's inside
Yeah.
the tower?
Well, he could get somebody, like he could get Leo to come and like melt.
And Anna is in Ivorab, doing her thing, gambling, looking for bounties.
Creator can be utilized to start repairing the tower.
Yeah.
And building stuff. Maker needs to be preoccupied with making the rings for his time. Because we got like a week to do that. It's been a couple days, so we have to get that done for Jesse and Yolinda. So Maker will spend his time focusing on that. Creator can go off to start working on that project. I suppose the ogres could help him with the heavy lifting, as well as Adam. Jesus fuck, he's got so many cantrips.
Yeah, Leo has like 15 or some shit now.
Right? Are you?
So that was like so many.
7, 8. Yeah, yeah. Adam's fucking right there with you. He does have. Does he have? No, I think that's Creator. Creator has disc. Yeah, floating disc.
Such a great spell if used properly.
Right? Especially
If
when
not,
you
it's
can
real
loot
boring.
Shit. It is the handcart.
Mm-hmm. I guess the D&D, to be honest, getting dunked on right now.
How's that?
A lot of
I don't
people
know.
inside from the quarantine
Yeah.
playing games online.
Yeah,
Instead of
I've been
working.
imagining that like D&D is getting a real big uptick right now,
Especially through
like roll
online
20.
interaction.
Yeah. No, I was just having trouble getting what you call it?
Connection.
Yeah, it kept rolling natural ones on getting the paper or the stuff up.
Yeah, like I said, that's so many people who would otherwise be at work who are now online.
Yep.
So, and what would benevolence be doing during this?
Adam can bull strength both of the go out and help bull strength the ogres.
Benevolence wants a sword like Homeboy's sword. So he's gonna go and ask if Maker can make some like giant katana that has like basically like a two-handed sword's properties. Because if he's gonna be training,
that
no,
is
he's
an actual thing.
okay.
I mean,
See,
a katana is two-handed.
Technically,
no.
the katana is
It's a
hand and a half.
It's a versatile. It's a
Mm.
versatile.
Mm.
It should be handled with two hands, you swine.
I mean, I know. Well, in game, I don't know that. Out of game, of course, I know that.
The first initial draw and probably a couple sweeps are one-handed, and then it switches to two hands.
Yes. So that's what he's gonna do since now he's like dedicated to learn this, and ever since you know everything happened the way it happened between the demon and everybody we fought, and just the barbarian side is now starting to awaken. It's yeah, yeah, yeah. It's time to learn. It's time to learn the ways. So
I
I'm
think
gonna go
what
find
he's looking for is an odachi.
the technical term for it. Probably, but I guess really what he's gonna go and ask is he's gonna go ask Dobbs, like, hey, want to be just like you? Hey pal,
When I grow
I wanna
up,
walk
I'll
like
be
like
like
you,
you.
talk
how to
like
s-
you.
ooh, hey, it's Mowgli, it's Mowgli and Baloo.
Mhm.
Baloo was a loner, and then he got this not so bright kid in front of him, and just except the kid's a giant boulder. All right,
Yeah, and
hey Doc.
an Odachi would work if you're looking for how massive that it is in general. If you're looking more for just the reach of it, then you could go with a Naginata, which is more like a sword on the end of a spear.
Yes. So, um, hmm. So I guess I'm just gonna ask him. Okay. So training, me, you, ha. What do I need to do? Do I get a weapon like yours, or what do I do?
Um, hold on. Well, technically the Zanbato is also one of the great swords, but it's
That's unnecessary,
Is this
Mike.
fucking Verona Kitchen?
yes, but that is a type of one. The here.
Yeah, a Zambato is a horse sling sword.
Horse Slayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, he has an unnecessarily large sword.
Yes. If he's attacking, regular
We're
rank and file.
we're talking guts.
Yes, that's
We're
based
talking
off
guts from Berserk.
Yeah, that's a Zanbato. In the traditional sense, the horse slayer. The Buster Sword is the other Zanbato.
Clouds, Sephiroth reenactment.
And that's
The
a
first-
Naginata.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's
So
like a
yeah,
traditional sword, but on a pole. And the
All
pole
right, so-
itself
Kinda
would
like-
typically be made strong enough that it can be used as a regular pole arm as well.
So I'm gonna ask Dobbs, like, okay, so is this what am I starting with? I know, like training. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
God.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Just imagine the giant boulder just hopping around. I'm ready. I'm ready. Ooh, ooh, lightning fast. What? Can't even see me now. What? About to start kicking people's butts. Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
glaring at you.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go. Ah!
Are you quite finished?
Yes. Wait. Hold on. Ah! Okay, I'm done.
I guess there's trees around here, right?
There's some trees, mostly pine trees and other ones that would work well in a tundra sort of area.
I just need one that's like 7 inch trunk or branch.
Okay.
Like,
So yeah, you would find plenty of those that are going to be down in the valley, in the Wandering Forest. Some that would be higher up the mountain ridge that's away from Castle Eben Peak. Castle Eben Peak is at the peak of the particular mountain it's at, but then there's some that are sweeping away like about a mile off.
okay.
They've pretty much cleared the area around the castle for, preventing people climbing and sniping and other things like that.
So I'm gonna go and make a boken of sorts. The wooden sword out of a trunk. And just probably it in functionality it would work as like a non-magical great club, I guess. Is that the two-handed version of the club?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like stat wise it would be a great club. About probably 6 foot. Well, no, that's probably too big. 5 foot long with probably foot handle and just taper up to a giant bat. And give him that to practice with. He just needs something for the weight.
So I have a Bakken that's 5 feet tall.
Yeah, about 7 inches around. It's a giant bat.
So, all right. So
So basically,
Wait.
you're aiming more for just the crude effectiveness and weight over like the fine
He's gotta-
craftsmanship.
Right, he's got to learn to handle the weight first before he can do anything with it.
Okay, so I'm going to say it would basically be just an hour finding the material, even taking an elk out there and dragging it back, and then just hacking at it enough to get it into a shape that's generally more balanced toward what it would be like. Otherwise, it would be just like you're holding a big branch that's got a bunch of, sticks coming off of it and twigs and.
Right,
know.
you debark it and all the other stuff and just make it a long.
It shouldn't be more than an hour, 2 hours at most, just depending on your search. So just go ahead and do an investigation, check with advantage, because you can see some of the trees from a distance.
I'm doing the investigation, or is it him?
Are you helping him with it?
Oh well. Oh yeah. I guess like it's like master and student stuff.
Okay. Well, he already has advantage, but if you wanted to decrease the amount of time and search in the valley, then that would cut down the time even further. It's just that there's potential danger there.
So that 3 can go fuck itself in favor of the 16 plus. Investigation plus 1.
See, I wanna help him.
So 17. So he can help in decreasing the time, and I got a 17 on the investigation.
Okay, so
Yay,
like I said,
advantage! 'Cause the other
are
was
you
a-
searching the other mountain range or are you searching the valley?
Heads or tails it for me.
Tails.
Valley we go.
Sure. I honestly I don't care.
Da 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 da.
So, you go down into the valley. You find a tree that's close enough to the edge, so you don't have to go deep into it. You can see Anna from a distance, who is basically more or less looking at a board that is posted up outside of a tavern with a lot of different tasks people are wanting done. Some people just looking for lost people, lost rings and other objects and things like that. Somebody who just wants a bunch of rabbit skin. Pretty simple stuff. Not anything like avenge my son and go kill, so and so. It's all like small stuff.
Hey, we can go train with this, and I can totally show you my awesome skills. I mean, I'm pretty intrigued. You're not even like limit testing me. Like, how do you even know like how strong I really am? Like, where to even begin with me? Like, how you gonna know? Huh?
So
How many inches off the ground you get the club?
I can use you to fell the tree,
Like just pick you up and use you instead of an axe.
Say that one more time, just in English. I didn't catch that the first time. Excuse me.
So pick you up and use you.
Oh no, I caught it. I caught it out of game. In game, I'm appalled.
So Micah,
Pick me up.
We've established I can do that.
Yeah.
Have we?
Yes. He was able to lift up you and someone else. He can definitely lift you up and use you to try and smack a tree.
I am intrigued and appalled at the same time.
Uh-huh. As long as we don't go further than that.
So 31 to hit the tree.
Okay.
31 to hit the tree.
So yeah, you definitely would hit the tree. Are you trying to like knock it into the woods or out toward the path?
I'm trying to do this in one fell swoop.
Right. I mean, because you're making the tree fall. Are you trying to chop it in a particular direction, or you just not care?
We're back to not caring, and I'm trying to do this in one swoop.
All right. So, benevolence. Since you're there helping out, I want you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm no longer confident in myself. It's a 10.
Okay.
6 force damage and 14 magical slashing.
Oh yeah, you definitely get the tree down. Benevolence, you take 6 bludgeoning damage as it falls right in your direction, and you get to test your lifting levels.
Ow.
So, what's your strength?
20.
All right.
What a limp noodle.
Right. I love my belt.
I have plus 12 to athletics.
Right. It's not athletics. It's your carrying capacity.
Oh, okay.
So you, for a heavy load, are 267 to 400 pounds. For how much weight that you can lift.
How much is the tree?
I'm working on that right now. How large of a tree did you say that you were trying to do?
About 7 inches wide. The
At the largest or at the smallest end?
at
Like are you,
around that. I wouldn't have got to anything bigger, too much bigger than that.
like an inch or two?
Yeah, so 7 to 9 inches.
And how long?
I mean, I only need it to be 5 foot, but I'm cutting it down to cut off the bottom trunk portion, so what happens to the rest, I don't care. So you could roll randomly on how tall that tree was.
Right. It's just a matter of it's a matter of how much weight that's going to be for the total height, more than the height that you have got, because you chopped the entire tree instead of the one
Yep.
log.
Just keep in mind that the ability to lift is increased when it's just the one side and not the entire thing in itself.
Right. That's why we're looking at the heavy carrying capacity as the maximum instead of more, because the tree itself may be weighing it. So let's put that as a conservative. Well, trees average between 50 and 100, so let's see. That's one. So you're looking at around 660 pounds of weight just for the portion that you're lifting up. So that's about 200 pounds more than your carrying capacity. So you basically are able to get it up to roll it off of you, but you're not able to just flat lift it up. Some of your rocky exterior might be a little bit of cracked with some flaking off.
It's a good thing it doesn't feel.
Oh man. Oh
You're
man.
just lucky that that's all the bludgeoning damage it did, because it was a single land.
Oh man.
It didn't bounce on him?
It landed and kind of pinned, and then he just rolls it off. So. Yeah.
Well.
You rolled low on that damage, didn't you?
Oh yeah, that was 3d10, and it still ended up only as 6.
Wow. Would me have been raging helped with that? I mean, I know it doesn't like raise my
You didn't
strength.
declare that you're going to be raging to help out with it, so I'd say no.
Okay.
Basically, it happened so quick that you didn't even like get into it. It's just like whoa, and it falls.
Yeah, no.
So
like
he
when it
forgot to
fell
yell.
on me.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean
But after it fell on me.
you're able to roll it off either way, so that
Okay.
wouldn't make a
You
difference.
have-
The damage happened
have
because it's basically like
bonus.
Dobbs didn't say timber or anything to give you warning or tell you to stay away. He just chopped down a 65-foot tall tree. So
One swing.
It's one swing, man. Forget one punch, man. Hey, I'm not sure. Ow. If you ow. Oh, that one. Wait, I'm saying ow as if I feel things. No, if we're gonna make this whole like, I mean, just kind of. I mean, I'm guessing you've never had students before, have you?
I just look at him.
I'm gonna take that as a solid no. So I'm very intrigued on why you're trying to show me. Anyway, not the point. Point of the story is, just you know, I mean, nicer by any chance? Let me
Same
know
same damage to hack the length I need off.
Yeah,
as
you're able
I'm
to
still
get it
talking.
easily enough. Yeah, he's pretty much just there's twigs and branches snapping off as he's hacking away at it. Some of them bouncing off of you. Thankfully, they're not as damaging because they're a lot smaller.
Okay, I'm feeling a lot of tension, sir. Do we need to get some of this out?
And while you're discussing that, Anna, uh, do any of those bounties in particular look of interest to you?
You said there was the rabbits?
Yes, there's one for getting 20 rabbit hide.
20 fucking rabbits.
Just go find a den. They breed. Were rabbits, right?
Shit.
I mean, where are
What
they?
was
That's what
that?
investigation checks for.
What was that bunny? Banicula? Like the bunny that's a Dracula, like a vampire?
I have no idea, but it sounds funny.
It is
Don't give
now
him
a
any more
thing.
ideas. It's gonna be like freaking Monty Python.
Fluffy. We call it Fluffy. No, she'll take up that one. Why not? Something to
Okay.
do.
So go ahead and make a investigation check.
All right.
All
Good
right,
at
let's
those.
ride.
I need my D20. That is a fucking hell. This is gonna be a great day. I can tell. 7.
Okay. All right. Takes you about an hour. You spot your first bunny, just twitching its nose, head moving slightly, sitting on a trunk.
I shoot it. I'm rolling too.
Yeah, she's gonna take out her short bow and be like, "Die, bunny."
Die, potato. Not today.
That is a +9, so 22.
Okay, that definitely hits.
Sweet. She's gonna sneak attack this too.
For a whole 2 damage.
Were you trying to hide or anything, or?
Well, she would have advantage on the attack because it wouldn't have had its first turn before her.
We'll go with that. Whether or not it had its first turn or not, you don't know if it did.
He's
to roll 76 for this one bunny. Cause get wrecked.
Die, potato. not today.
You know, you have to be able to use that hide to turn it in.
So that's 32 points of damage. Piercing.
Okay.
Skewers him through the mouth, out the butt.
This story's gotten ugly, folks.
Well, if you keep just doing it like that, it makes it easier for bundling.
Right? Make them like freaking kebabs already.
All right. So you shoot the rabbit, and you'd expect it to get, knocked off the stump and embed into a tree from the amount of force it's going through. Instead, it just sticks into it, and it turns its head over toward you.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, we found the were-rabbit.
Nah, it's fucking wolves in sheep clothing. Oh, I hope it's a wolf in sheep's clothing and not a rare rabbit. That'd be more terrifying.
So
Little
So
did
the
you know.
that is
roll,
a 19 to hit.
that would be at disadvantage because of her cloak.
Okay. Well, that is at disadvantage because the second roll was a 20.
Ah, damn, yes, you hit me then.
Okay.
Just barely.
Damn, Danya. Back at it
Alright.
again with the white
And then
knife.
Get wrecked.
and the second attack is a dirty 20.
Fucking hell. This
So a tentacle root lashes out, bludgeons
Oh,
you,
wow.
and then pulls you closer as it bites into you.
Oh!
You found
So-
the
I didn't
fucking
know your name was
mind
Tiny
flayer
Dancer.
rabbit.
So you take 11 bludgeoning and 7 piercing.
That's a whole lot of hell nah.
You said 11 bludgeoning?
Yes.
She's going to use, the thing where she can half that first attack.
Okay.
Uncanny dodge?
Something like that, yeah. So that'd be...
Okay.
I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but she's a rogue. and she
6
can
and
do
7.
that. So that...
It's 13.
Yep. Alright, so she's in this thing's mouth. Fantastic start to the
Wow,
day.
that's well, isn't that neat? She's already in
Eh.
thing's mouth and
Hey.
everything.
Ask and ye shall receive. Welcome to Monty Python.
It's not the first time that players have found wolves in sheep's clothing in that forest. But I know I wasn't there at the time.
No, this is the first time seeing one of these things. She is freaking the fuck out.
Alright, so are you trying to call out for help, or are you just, like, kicking and flailing but not screaming?
Well, she's not gonna scream, because Mama didn't raise no bitch.
This just story's gotten ugly, folks. Stories.
So, her personality traits are, I always have a plan for when things go wrong.
How's that working for you?
She's going to...
Bonus action disengage.
I fucking should have. Is it her turn now?
It is, yes.
Alright. I'm looking at the spell real quick.
Dude.
What spell are you looking at?
Blink. She's gonna. So if
You
she
gotta
were to
roll
cast
11.
it, if she were to cast it, would she be out of the thing's mouth?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a 50-50 shot. You gotta roll an 11 or higher on a d20.
Right. So she's gonna cast blink. Hey, that's a 16.
It's at the end of your turn.
Right.
So technically you can bonus action disengage and then end turn and blink out.
But I'm in its mouth already. It's like taking a big bite out of crime. And it's like, ah!
Well, okay, here's the thing. Is he technically grappled, Micah?
No. He's just in its mouth.
Nobody trying to backseat DM this.
Oh, wait.
Ooh.
So he
He's
can
actually-
disengage. It's more or less that it pulled him in and bit down, but it moved the tentacles as it was biting. So he's not restrained. It isn't part of its action to do that.
I'm just trying to help the player come up with some options.
Well, she used blink.
It's
She
the player
fucking get
doing
it
the
out of there.
options, not you.
Yo, he's not having it. Other Jonathan. It's good Jonathan, evil Jonathan. It's other Jonathan.
Hey, if she dies, she dies. But you know,
Hey, one less one to be walking around.
right?
Wait, who is this? This isn't Syl, right?
No,
This
it's
is
Santa.
Syl's mother.
Syl's mother.
Yeah.
Oh, Syl's mother is a numbnut.
Well, no one's talked to Anna or talked to
Nobody
Syl while
told
she was
Anna that the
avoiding.
bunnies were evil either.
The bunnies are evil. She's gonna have like fucking
What kind of hell world is this?
PTSD against rabbits now. Alright, so yeah, that cast blink, and that'll end her turn. So she will vanish into the ethereal plane.
Joke's on you, we can see it.
Probably.
Okay. So, as you blink out, you can still see what's going on in the room around you. And one of the trees that was near the stump lifts up off the ground a bit and was extending a root in your direction. But is presently not able to grasp you.
Fantastic. So that's her one spell that she picked up. Luckily.
It's super handy. I love it.
Yeah.
It's not concentration.
Nope.
It is, however, a 50-50.
50-50.
Okay. And then is there anything else that you are doing as part of your time? Like,
So it can't do anything on their turn, so it's my turn again.
what I'm asking is, while you are blinked away, are you talking to yourself? Are you doing anything with that information that you have just seen?
That the tree. She'd be like, "Oh, that's new." Trees are bunnies, and now they have tentacles. That's been loving the frost heart.
Yeah.
Okay. So, at the end of its turn, goes over to another creature. It's not doing anything. Goes back to the wolf in sheep's clothing, which has nothing that it's doing, and it's back to your initiative.
So at the start of next turn, when the spell ends, you return to an unoccupied space within 10 feet of that thing.
It lasts for a minute. So each time you blink, you move 10 feet.
Sweet. Excuse me. She is going to draw her elven short sword of sharpening. And just go ham at the thing, because it bit her.
So you're attacking the wolf in sheep's clothing?
Yes. And she would have blinked Away from the other tree. That
Okay.
yeah.
So you were.
So like where the wolves in sheep clothing would be between her and that other tree.
Okay, so you're going opposite it, or are you going to the side?
It would be the opposite of it of
Okay.
the tree.
And so that is with your turn ending from the blink in that location.
At the beginning, she would be at the beginning of her turn. She would have been blinked back into existence
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
In that location.
in that
Okay.
location. Yeah.
So she shifts.
All right. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Fantastic. That's a nat 20. Plus 30.
So 50?
No, it's a 30 total.
They wish. All right. So you can see around you is the wolf in sheep's clothing. That is
Cool.
pretty much right in front of you. The tree that was trying to move towards you, which is on the other side of it. You also can see to your left, there appears to be a sort of medium size plant that is sort of a blackish vines around a small bush that looks like it's very withered up, and the vines are stretching in your direction. And there
Fantastic.
is what appeared to be a very thorn-covered stump further to the side is now lifting up off the ground and opening its mouth with a bunch of sharp teeth and slimy saliva in its mouth.
Man, I am super fucking glad I didn't go deep with it in fucking woods. Fuck this
So
place.
with this new information that is available to her, she is going to disengage and GTFO.
Well, I have fucked up. I have fucked up again. I'm not going to fuck up a third time.
Yeah, so she'll
Run away. Whoop, whoop, whoop,
So
whoop,
how
whoop.
far away are you moving?
she is she has a 30 movement speed. So 60. Yeah, she'll be moving 60. Oh, it's 60 and then her original 30, so 90 feet away.
And then roll your dice.
Yeah, and then at the end of her turn, she'll disappear again with a 19.
Okay. You can see that the plants are moving in your general direction as you are blinked away. The wolf in sheep's clothing is the slowest to move. The tree that was moving first is the next slowest, and the other two seem to be moving decently enough.
Who would have thought the fucking trees and fucking where the bushes would move faster than a rabbit?
Well, it's a stump, so
It's a corpse that it was manipulating.
That's scary.
Jesse ran into it the first time. That was a lot of fun.
Well,
still was
there's-
like, I ain't dealing with that shit.
There's There's two people that you may or may not remember being around the area.
Well, she didn't see y'all. Y'all saw her.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Enough said.
And while this is going on,
I continue to make my stick.
they continue to work on the club. Baron and Leo and company are working on clearing out the tower.
Yes.
Yep. Adam, Gozer, and Isrog with Creator would be helping clear and repair.
Okay. So,
Maker's working on the ring.
who was trying to use fire on the snow?
So my plan was to have Leo like
Thunderclap.
throw some fireball like above the ground, and just like melt the snow.
Okay.
Because he doesn't have what he has what you call it?
Anybody got burning hands or something?
He has fireball too. So I mean, I don't know. You could do that, but you risk destroying stuff. I feel like the heat of a fireball would probably work pretty well. If he's putting it up, like 20 feet in the air or something.
Okay. Go ahead and make an intelligence check. Arcana.
Let's see here. Boy, I just math so hard in my head. 14. It took me a long time to figure out 8 plus 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo.
So, you do imagine that doing that would work to clear away the snow and ice. However, that will not just boil it away like it was water. It will instead turn it into water in a frozen tundra that will quickly turn back into snow that is raining down, or if it gets onto people, freezing water.
So like possibly a bad thing.
It means that if you're going to do it, you realize, wait, I should at the very least make sure people aren't going to be in the blast radius for splash zone.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
The fuck?
Hey, Baron, we go fly around and make sure that nobody's close to us? Yeah, sure, I'll go do it. Baron will go fly it and make sure that there's nobody like in the surrounding vicinity, and if there are, then he'll like tell them to, and that if they don't leave, then they risk being flash frozen.
And how far around the tower are you planning on clearing it? Since it did have a bunch of snow around it before, but now it's just covered in it.
Specifically the tower, and maybe like 20 feet from the entrance, or I guess like a 20 or 30 foot kind of radius around it.
Okay.
And then we'll work on like hand clearing it or something after that.
Alrighty. So, go ahead and make a investigation check.
For who?
You.
No, Leo or Baron.
The one who is going to search around it first. Because you're trying to make sure you get as much of it up.
Okay. 18.
Okay. So, as you are clearing up the tower itself and getting away a lot of the snow and ice that's around it, what must have been buried by snow, but is now able to be found, appears to be a necklace and a sword.
Ooh.
The necklace is on a gold and silver chain. Appears to be some kind of blue gem, possibly a sapphire or something else, surrounded by gold in a general shape of a sun with a ring around it. And the sword, on the other hand, is black wrought iron with some steel and gold inlay, and a soft glowing blue edge along the blade, and a sapphire at the hilt and pommel.
Knowing that we are dealing with somewhat cursed items, I am going to call Leo over there and get him to identify before I pick them up.
Have you tried to clear the snow with the fireball yet?
Yes.
That's why this was found.
Okay.
This is just on the first batch of clearing away snow.
Adam would ask him, "Sir, would you like some assistance?"
Sure. Can you tell me what these are?
Well, I need to do a ritual to identify them.
Oh, I can help with that. Rituals are what, roll plus int?
Yes.
So... Oh! Adam's not smart. 12?
22.
Okay. So, while working on it, which one are you identifying first?
Ooh, the sword, for sure.
Okay. It is a longsword. Was written on the edge of it, the back part, which is kind of wavy rather than straight. The name Moonracer.
So it's serrated?
It's not serrated so much as that there's just a couple of indentations. It's not sharp enough to actually be serrated.
So, like a Flamberge or a Chris?
It's not that wavy.
Okay.
It's more straight, but then there's a couple of almost like there are chips taken out, except it's definitely intentional. It's part of the design aesthetic that's been used.
Sure.
But either of you speak Elven?
Yes, Adam does.
Baron does too.
So you both would be able to read that the name of the blade is Moonracer. It is a longsword. It's from identifying it, it is a +1 longsword that deals an extra 1d6 points of slashing damage. It seems like it was made of a failed ritual. It was supposed to infuse it with power of the elven magi to create a moonblade, but it was halted for some unknown reason, becoming a bit warped and qualities differing from the expected result.
That is pretty good.
It will be a +2 longsword dealing an extra 2d6 points of slashing damage if the target is an elf or half-elf.
You know, I know just the person that would love this.
It will become even more powerful
If the wielder is an elf.
when an additional 25 elven kind are killed, as it has already tasted the blood of 25.
Oh, wow.
This was originally created by some elf of some kind, but the ritual...
So,
I'm gonna go with the drow.
Or the drow, yeah.
Boy, this. So, Sil would love this, but I don't know if we should give it to her.
That's interesting. Why would she love that?
Oh, she hates elves and she wants to kill them all.
Oh. How convenient.
sick little kitty, I know.
Man, Baron is torn on that one. We'll stow that away. Well, there's also this necklace. Let's check that out too. And we'll identify the necklace.
Alright. And go ahead and roll on that.
If you do give that to Syl, she'd be your best friend.
I'm sure she would. Until she has a better reason not to. 10.
Yeah, I got a 7.
Alright. It is enough to still just barely identify it. Though you do not know all of the details that you might perhaps wish to know. It is Mistfall. It's a crystal necklace in the golden frame. Appears to be constantly shaking. There appears to be a small typhoon enclosed within the crystal center. Something inside that you're not sure what. It comes with... Let's roll a number. Has 12 charges, or no, 17 charges, sorry, forgot the plus 5, which are required to cast spells without a need for any special components. They can cast Gust for no charges, Featherfall for 1 charge, Gust of Wind for 2 charges, Fly for 3 charges, Control Winds for 4 charges, Windwalk for 5 charges. The charges do not come back after being expended. When depleted of all charges, Mistfall breaks, and whatever is inside is freed.
I feel that we need to take another look at this.
Probably. But for now, I'm gonna put it on. And boy, if this takes an hour, I guess I'm just gonna attune to it.
Sentient items. Mikey, did we see if it was cursed or not?
You did not, and it does require attunement.
Well, it's a good thing that I can uncurse.
So, with that, I take it that you would resume clearing around snow and ice.
Yeah, flame sphere.
Okay.
Was that just 1 charge of like a level 3 fireball?
Yes.
Okay.
There's just some stuff that's around the tower that was covered in snow and ice, so you didn't know what was there.
Yeah, I was just making sure to mark it on my sheet.
Flame spear, 5-foot flame ball, lasts for 1 minute, moves 30 feet around. Work it. Is the inside cleared? Just the outside. Okay. Work it around the inside do a center, and then just spiral it out to clear the snow.
Also, a super cool, like little use spell.
What's that?
Flame sphere.
Yeah.
Like here's this glowing like fiery ball that just follows me. Right there.
Yep. Trail it around, clean the inside of it, and then start working around the outside.
All right. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Can Baron help with that?
Go ahead. Offer advantage or roll separately.
What do you want?
What's your +2 investigation?
12.
I think we should roll separately.
Okay. 17.
Because I don't think my 10's getting me much.
Okay.
Is that 17 plus 12 or 17 with
No,
the
just
12?
17. I rolled a 5.
Right.
All right. So you find 2 rings that appear to be gold with a colored band around the center that shimmers lightly. One is yellow, and the other is violet.
I guess we identify them too.
And
Hey,
you
wasn't
also
that Jesse
find,
person looking for a ring?
And you also find a ruby ring as well.
Stop
Yeah,
stealing cars, Micah.
Yeah, I guess
it's
we'll
some
identify them.
outside.
I got a 13 for my identify on the...
I got a 19.
Yeah. The gold
Baron
one,
is
I guess?
real fucking smart.
Good thing. Like, I got a passive 23 perception and insight. My investigation, though, is a fat 0.
All right. So which one were you identifying first?
I guess the gold one?
Well, there's a gold and yellow, and a gold and violet.
Yellow.
So it is a ring that does not require attunement, but gives +1 to Constitution while worn.
That's nice.
Oh, and now for the curse.
You've activated my trap card.
When a certain number of rings from this set, which apparently used to be 8 rings,
Oh my god.
it will provide additional benefits depending on how many are worn.
Micah, really?
Look, man, just let him put the Infinity Stones in his world. Damn.
No, it's oh god, it's the bad guy.
You're talking about
God.
the Mandarin, but no, it's not.
Yeah.
No. When there are these polychromatic
Yeah,
rings,
because Thanos wasn't a bad guy.
if 3 of them are worn, the user may cast light and dancing lights as will. If 5 rings are found, they may cast daylight and prismatic spray once each per day. If they're wearing all 8, they may cast prismatic wall once per day, in addition to the benefits that each ring provides individually.
Oh.
So broken AF. Got it.
On to
The wearer of at least one of these rings can sense the location of any other within 50 feet.
I put that one on.
Okay. You can sense the one that you've already found.
I identify that one.
Okay. The violet one gives +6 to maximum hit points while it is worn.
Does it require attunement?
No. Once it is removed, the benefits that are provided disappear until it is worn again.
Is that the violet one?
Yes. Same with the +1 to con for the yellow. It has to stay worn in order to provide its benefit.
Okay. Is the ruby one? That was one of the set, but magical.
Do you want to do identify?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll on it.
20.
19.
Okay. So it is a ruby ring of ruses. It is not a piece of jewelry set with a ruby, but rather cut from a single piece of raw ruby using a method that even a master jeweler would be impressed with. Appears smooth at first, but on closer inspection is cut with many thousands of minuscule facets. As an action, the ruby ring of ruses can be held horizontally and bidden to expand up to 5-foot diameter. Any non-living item dropped through the ring while one of its 3 command words is spoken will disappear, be immediately replaced by a illusory duplicate. The original item is stored within the ring and can be retrieved later.
Immediately replaced by what?
An illusion. The original item is stored within the ruby ring and can be retrieved later. The illusion looks, feels, smells, tastes, sounds, and weighs exactly as much as the original item, and for 14 days it has the same magical properties before it disappears. The ring can store up to 3 items, each retrieved by repeating the associated command word, at which it will appear in a space chosen by the wearer within 10 feet.
Is there a limited amount of charges on that?
It just can store up to 3 items, period.
Boy, it's almost like we could steal that sword from Yolinda and then replace it and dip out and
I mean, you could certainly try. There's, depending on whether or not it will work, considering the properties of the Sword of Starfall.
Returns to hand, whether in a different dimension or not.
not if she doesn't know that it's there.
No, unlike previously where she did it as a reaction, it automatically does it. That was one of the properties.
Boom.
That is why Dagon was, Dantalion was not able to hold it. Elwyn sent it to him when he was possessed, but was not able to keep it. So.
Well, I mean, non-expendable items / bait for somebody looking for things.
What'd you say?
It could be used for duplicating sensitive items that you don't want to lose, or to make a duplicate of something that you want to use as bait.
Yes, also really good for stealing.
But
Because we could just go somewhere, put it in there, and then a fake one, and then boom, we have the real one. The other one just disappears in 2 weeks.
yeah, I'm lawful neutral. I'm good with that. What a devious one you are.
I mean, it's good for the other thing too. Like, this is pretty solid. Like,
Totally kite them.
Hold on. What'd you say?
I'm shutting up now. I'm thinking out loud.
No, I couldn't hear you because something popped up on my phone.
That's a good thing.
Nani?
Daddy.
So, what are you choosing to do? You have 4
How
plant
far away
creatures.
are they?
The closest one is about 20 feet away.
20 feet away? I moved 90 feet.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, they're pretty
Okay.
fast.
They didn't have any. They didn't have anything to attack, so they just dashed.
Pieces of shit.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
No, it's like. Never mind. She is going to bring back her bow. Move 60 feet? Move 30. So that'd be 50 feet away from her. And then bonus action dash. So it's another 30 feet. Wait, so when she appeared, she would have been able to move 10 feet again away from them. So they would have been 30 feet away from her.
Correct. If you're
Okay.
choosing to move it as far away as you could.
Yes. So she would be now 90 feet away again. She is going to shoot the closest thing.
Okay. So that would be the one that looks like a bush with a bunch of black veins.
Right.
They have something special for you.
Yeah, something.
Feed me some more.
The hentai special.
Feed me all night long.
I know they look like vines, but they're really tentacle.
Yes, so she'll just shoot at it. The bush thing.
The bush.
The bush thing.
Debouche. Debouche.
Poof. That is a 28.
Okay, that definitely hits.
No allies within 5 feet.
Not presently. You
Alright.
are back near the edge of the forest, though, from how far you've run.
That is max damage. 11.
Alright.
I just see it like opening a circle inside of it so that the arrow passes through.
If it had a higher AC, possibly. Alright. So,
You missed me. Yeah, because I was aiming for you.
and then
Alright.
are you trying to blink away? Or you used
Yes.
your... Okay, go ahead and roll.
Roll that dice.
Roll that beautiful beam footage.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Special beam cannon.
Alright, so you blink away.
Blink. Into the astral plane. I'm just kidding.
Of the two Senjutsu.
Alright. They are all going to move up toward where you had been.
I fucking love that spell.
Alright. So the one with the vines is still moving the fastest, so it is still the closest at where you were at 30 feet away.
It's 30 feet away?
from where you were before you blinked away. Yeah.
Okay. So it's gonna be, when she blinks back in, 40 feet away. Wow, some fire spells would be really handy about now. Man. Alright. So she'll blink back 10 feet away from that. How far away is the other thing?
How far is what other thing?
Like the next closest thing.
The next two closest were 50, but since you blinked away 10 feet, they're now 60.
So they're 30 feet behind the bush thing.
Mhm.
You know what? YOLO. She's gonna go bring out her short,
YOLO.
short sword of sharpness and wail on that fucking bush thing.
Okay.
Do 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 do.
Do.
I imagine this is where his dice roll fails.
So
My blink is a 2.
So are you blinking towards it or are you dashing in?
it'd be blinking towards it so she can move 20 feet to it.
Okay.
With her normal speed. And then since she is a swashbuckler, she can use her sneak attack against it.
Yeah! Is that brackish audacity or some shit?
Yeah, that is a 17.
Okay, that hits.
3, 5. Shit. 7.
9.
12. 14. 19. 23 plus 5. 28 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then, since she has fancy footwork, that creature can't make opportunity attacks against her for the rest of her turn. So she is going to move away and bonus action dash, so that's she would be 70 feet away from it. And
I love skirmishers.
18, so she will be blinking away. Bloop.
Okay. So they all move up. It is now 10 feet away from where you had been. And the next batch are 50 feet and then 70.
Alright. She is gonna blink right in front of this bad boy and slash at it. She's getting her confidence back. That is a 17 again.
Okay, that hits.
Two, 3, 5, 6, 9, 13, 17, 22 slashing damage to that.
You need to stop getting these full houses with these ones and twos.
Right?
Yahtzee!
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else that you're
And
doing?
then move away from it 30 feet. And then dash. So she'd be 90 feet away from it. She's just gonna keep doing her little gorilla attacks on these things. And will not blink away with a 1.
Okay.
I'm glad it was on a bell and not attack.
At least you're only in reach of the bush. Hopefully.
Hopefully, those other things had tentacles. Who knows how long those go?
120 foot.
Alright. So it is going to move 30 feet up towards you. And then another 30 feet. And going to unleash its pollen at you in a 30-foot cone. Should just barely hit you.
Nasty. Keep that to yourself.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Fuck. Not the. Oof. She's breathing a little hard, so she's taking in a huge breath right now. So that's a 7. She's like, and then breathes in all that fucking pollen.
Okay.
Bye, Anna.
She becomes like this Mayaconid thing.
Well, at least you still blink for another
So you take
6 turns.
27 poison damage.
Fuck off! Fucking hell.
Okay. And then I want you to make a perception check at disadvantage.
So that's a. Wait, what is that? When you make a proficient check, you can take a 10 after the roll. Oh wait, fantastic. So that's a 20.
Okay. So you see, as you're coughing up due to the pollen, there appear to be small little wriggling vines at the bulbous tip that are sprouting across your body.
Fantastic. Did it use leech seed?
Fiendish pollen.
Fish pollen?
Fiendish pollen.
Oh.
Fish pollen.
That's something else. Okay, alright, so got these things growing on her now. That's nice.
Okay. And everything else is moving on up.
To the
And
east
you
side.
are at the edge of the forest. Go ahead and make another perception check. at disadvantage because you still have the pollen kind of in your eyes and everything.
That's 2 6s, so that's another 20.
Okay. You can see Dobbs and Benevolence.
Also, keep in mind that Blink's still going, so roll that dice.
Well, after her, at the end of her turn,
Yeah.
since she didn't blink last turn, she doesn't get to.
Yeah.
move.
You're right.
How far away are they?
They're about 80 feet.
Would they be able to hear her if she were to shout?
Depends on how well your shout works.
That is
Are
true.
you
So
proficient?
she will just shoot at them with a bow to get their attention.
Yeah, because when in doubt, shoot at the people you want to save you. Which question? Oh boy. Dobbs, what's the hit die on this weapon?
It would be a great club. I think it's a
2d6.
yeah,
All right, that's more than what my thing is doing now. Okay.
2d6 bludgeoning. Are you proficient in great clubs?
I'm proficient in all weapons.
Okay.
Simple and martial. It's a simple weapon, right?
I mean-
Yes, it's just a big log. You swing
Hey.
around.
Hey. This
I mean,
is for special
technically it's
intensive purposes.
improvised.
But yes, I am proficient with simple and martial weapons.
It's hacked well enough to count as an actual one instead of improvised. If it still had all the branches and such on it, would be improvised though.
Is this in the shape of a weapon or is it literally just a hunk of log?
It's in the shape of a club.
Yeah,
Hunk
like
of burning log.
if you imagine a 7-foot or a 6-foot log branch or trunk that got debarked, debranched, and had a handle, it's a giant bat.
So yeah, when you said that earlier, you were serious.
It's how you make a club. Yeah, it's swing on, Casey.
Dang, I'm really casing from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Club, baseball bats, hockey sticks.
Intelligence.
Hey.
I mean,
Yeah.
that is, still a
I'm
compliment,
still
depending
still
on which
pulling
Casey
bitches.
version it is.
I'm
Just
still
imagine
pulling
that you
bitches.
got like 4 or 5 regular bats strapped together, and that's with one handle.
The Great Bambino.
Yeah, I was meaning more Casey Jones, but the old Casey Jones, not the Turtles one. But both work.
Alright, so she's gonna move 30 feet.
Did you say moo?
Move!
Oh, it was like that's some yell for help. Moo.
Well, it's gonna be something unexpected. You'll be like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting a cow though. Definitely not a
Nobody
cow.
expects the Spanish Inquisition.
The Fusa are attacking.
Alright, so. Yeah, she'll move back 30 feet. Shoot at that damn thing with a bow. Piece of shit better be close to dying. That's a 25.
Are you shooting at the bush, or are you shooting at them to get their attention?
The bush!
Okay, because you were talking before about shooting at them, so that's why I was making sure.
You know what?
Chicken
She's
butt.
gonna shoot the club.
Go ahead and fire.
She's proven a point.
So, yeah. So that would definitely hit the club. Resounding thunk. Dobbs and Benevolence, go ahead and make a perception check with advantage.
Because there's an arrow pointing in the direction.
What's that?
22.
Yeah, 20, 21.
Yeah, yeah. You both spot the arrow and which direction it came from.
Do I see the bush behind them?
Right now it's still in the woods, and she's just backed out of it. So, like, she just fired an arrow in your direction. Is all it looks like.
Micah, do I know
Master.
this person?
Well, you've seen him around the castle and everything else, but personally, no.
Master, is this a new part of my training? I have to dodge arrows? Because if you can dodge an arrow, you can dodge literally anything else.
Fireball.
Well, if you can dodge a fireball or a meteor swarm, you can dodge them without anything.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she'd be like waving over to you guys.
You better be like making help sounds before I shoot your ass.
So wait, is she part of the training too? Is she like some illusion? It's time. I will smite thee with thy club.
Smite on.
Swing for the
Death is-
bleachers.
So like he said, you better be like letting us know. 'Cause we're like-
Yeah, no, like she'll shoot at y'all, and she'd be like, "Hey, you guys, like, come over here."
Do you know who that is?
I have no idea who that is.
I have no idea who it is. Should we leave her? Or
She just shot at us.
But
Hey,
maybe- it seems like
players, come out and play.
she looked like she was trying to maybe.
Does she look wounded?
She's got a bunch of green gunk and pollen on her, stuff that's wriggling around, some wounds. Yeah, she looks a bit wounded. Also, her
Ugh.
mouth and nose.
It's gross.
Maybe we should
It's
help
like
her.
somebody's severe allergy reaction.
Maybe we should help her.
It's
You
not-
having some bad
it's not
hay
everyone.
fever?
She just got finished blowing Groot.
Okay, you get an inspiration on that.
Oh my god.
Yes.
As many rock puns as I have said, nothing I have tried and still have come short of the inspiration glory. What must
You know
I
who
do?
didn't come short? Great. That was a solid one.
It was
How
solid.
far away is she?
About 80 feet.
She'd
Okay.
be 50 feet because she moved 30
Oh, yeah,
feet
yeah.
towards it.
50 feet away.
So
And she's still moving towards him because it's not the end of her turn, so she'll
Ah.
bonus to action to dash towards them and
20 feet
They should
away
just
within
blink
slapping
away.
distance.
she'll blink
Yeah.
away right in front of him.
what was your roll?
A nat 20?
Oh fuck you.
Okay. And then a bunch of green stuff starts coming out of the forest.
There's your test. Get him.
Them?
Kill them
What?
with their cousin.
What are them?
Mm-hmm.
Something tells me you've
Micah.
never done this before.
What, teach?
Yes. Teach.
Micah, do I know what they are?
Go ahead and make a nature check.
This man knows nothing.
10.
Okay. What's Dobbs' last name?
He doesn't have one.
You know nothing, Dobbs, no name. No. It's some plant kind of thing. You don't know what it is. All you know is that The nutty elf who fired an arrow in your general direction disappeared after running away from whatever it is.
I'll lazily point my sword at it and conjure an eldritch blast from it at it.
Okay.
Boom! Roasted. What?
Just one Eldritch Blast?
Well, no, it did. There's 3.
Okay.
Oh my
But
God.
an eldritch blast comes with 3 behind it right now. Ooh. So I'm gonna say that a 9 probably doesn't hit.
It does not.
Damn.
Does a 13?
It does not.
Damn.
Does a 10?
Does not.
Damn. Damn, Daniel.
I just like bring up my sword real lazily, just like pew pew.
Blam, blam, blam!
Maybe
It's
we'll
just
scare it off.
ricocheting off of it.
Maybe I'll scare it off.
Okay. Benevolence.
Well, it's time. I activate rage.
Indeed.
My eyes. So when I rage, my eyes go white because usually they're black, and now they're white because now I'm angry. Because makes sense. I take my new weapon, and I run up. I run up to the nearest thing. How far is it from me?
At present, since it was still moving after her, it's 50 feet away.
50 feet away.
No, it would have
So-
moved the full. So
Oh,
it'd be 20 feet away.
all right. So I run up to it. Wait, first I cast out. So wait, I rage. No, that's right. I have to do that. So
Bonus
I
action,
rage.
Yeah.
It's a bonus action. So I rage and cast magic weapon on this unholy club. So now the weapon has a glimmer because it's magic. Huzzah. And then I action surge, go to attack it. That's a 22.
That hits.
All right. And then you said 2d6, right?
Yep.
6 plus. Oh boy. Oh wait, yeah. No, 6 plus 12. And I'm gonna cast Smite, expelling a spell slot at 3rd level. So now it does 3d6.
Extra.
Yes, 3d6. No. One for 1st level does 2d8. So 3rd level is 4d8. So 4d8 of wonderful damage. 1.
Don't forget your +1 for
4.
magic weapon.
I already counted it. Or do I get to count it again?
No, just once.
Okay, so 13 plus 12, so 25.
25 total.
Yes,
Bludgeoning.
bludgeoning. Magical bludgeoning. Well, actually, 12 of that is magic bludgeoning, and then the 13 is radiant. Because ballin'. Yeet.
I'll probably take the fight a little bit more seriously when more people show up.
Okay. So it looks like it's impacting it pretty hard. And then the radiant damage and the side of the bush that is like crumpled in from the attack seems to expand back outward into the proper shape that it was in.
Hey, Master, is that supposed to happen?
And then I want you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Never seen one of those before.
Oh, okay. Healthy. 15.
Okay.
Does that include me?
Yes, you are in range as well.
18.
Okay. Let's see. Benevolence, you take 23 poison damage. Dobbs, you take 11.
13? 11?
Does it look hurt?
Slightly. Like, it seemed to recover with the second part of your damage.
Radiant, probably bad.
Probably. Good
Or
thing.
magic, probably bad.
No, second part. That's radiant.
And or magic.
Oh, wait a minute. It's a plant. Radiant sun. God dang it.
Okay.
Stupid.
Benevolence. Go ahead and make a perception check.
17.
Okay. You see a few of these small little tendrils with bulbous ends, and 6 patches of those on you.
Can I roll a nature check?
Mhm.
14.
Okay. You imagine it's some kind of plant parasite, possibly something that will be growing through your body, possibly using you as fertilizer if you die to fully develop.
I am a rock though, so does that work the same way? Because I'm not actually like flesh.
It's still
Things
growing
in
in you. It's just a matter of it might perhaps be stunted in growth. If you fall dead, there's still probably something else that it'll be able to get nutrients from. But you're not going to provide that extra boost right at the beginning.
Hey, lady, do you know what this is?
She's disappeared.
Lady's not there.
She's invisible.
So, hey, Dobbs, so let me get this straight. We're fighting random plants that heal from radiant damage that are now trying to rape me with their patches.
Dobbs nods nonchalantly.
And the lady that we were trying to help is gone.
Dobbs nods nonchalantly. Again, I'm guessing.
I mean,
like, it's happened before.
Can we just make quick work of this and be on our way?
I kind of like
Not again.
not again, and then like give the welcoming beckon like hey, go do your thing.
Me do your thing. Do my
No.
thing.
You did say it's your turn.
Thing. Right now, I think it's just one thing. So I don't know that there's 3 others on the way. Neither do you. So I mean, I don't. Honestly, one-on-one, I think you should be good.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying that, but this is just the kind of take it.
No. Yeah, I got what I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay.
All right. Well, watch my back, and if it gets funny with its vines, Give it a good lashing.
I will in this cast haste on myself just in oh no. Evens I cast a haste. Odds. I wait.
Okay. All right. Things move closer. Still not in sight yet, since they were as far behind as they were. Anna reappears. How far away did you move?
Should have been 30 feet away from them, so she pops up. Did they move?
They moved
No,
closer.
only.
He moved closer, I stood there.
So yeah, she'd be like 20 feet away from Dobbs then.
Okay.
She'd be like, "Hey, how's it going?" And then turn around and shoot an arrow at that bush.
I'll
tree.
look over and glare at her since I really can't backhand her right now since it's not my turn.
Since I can't backhand her because
So benevolence is within 5 feet of that thing, right?
Yep.
Yup.
Fantastic. Sneak attack. Oh shit. Maybe no sneak attack.
sneak attack. Oh shit, maybe no sneak attack.
Oh yeah, that's a dirty 20.
Okay, that hits.
One, 5, 7, 11.
You rolled a 1?
On damage. On damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 11, so that's 15, 25.
He's
30
rolling his
piercing
d6
damage.
over and over.
How much?
30 piercing damage.
Okay. And then it is Dobbs' turn.
And she will blink again. Bloop.
Dobbs rolls his eyes because he doesn't get the opportunity to backhand her with a sword.
Totally should have done it, just knocked her out.
Yeah, lazy Eldritch Blasts.
Lazy Eldritch Blast. Emphasis on the lazy.
Does a 16 hit?
Does not.
Does a crit hit?
That definitely hits, yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, where did my D10 go? I should have these prepared in advance. 4 damage. Force. And does a 12 hit?
No.
Okay. Just gotta lean on my sword again.
Alright. Benevolence.
All right. So,
I think
gonna-
Radiance might be bad.
thanks. I'm gonna try something else. It's time for me to play my trap card. I'm gonna use it's a plant. I don't have that prepared. Crap. Okay. I'm a smart cookie. I'm gonna use Branding Smite. The bonus action, so first have to hit, right?
Are you raging?
I'm already raging. I've been raging.
Branding smite is a spell.
Oh right, you're right. Raging. Okay, well either way, I can't even. I'm not even. Don't worry about it. Don't mind me. Sorry. Um, 7. Wow, 17.
To hit,
Yes.
just hits.
Now we know the AC. Cool. So I'm gonna hit. I'm gonna smack you. That's the wrong one. So 7 plus 5 is 12. So I'm gonna extra attack, which I forgot to do last turn. So yeah, I got a
You are
16
also
without
fighting me.
modifiers. You're testing its limits. So it's, 16 without modifiers, so with modifiers is 25. So, 8. Math hard. 8. So I hit for 21. Oh, excuse me, 23 because magic weapon.
Are you adding your rage damage?
Nope, forgot about that too. So that's 25. The whole point of raging. Yes, it's 25 total. That's a lot of numbers. How does Baron keep track of all those numbers when he's doing like sharpshooter? Oh my god. It's so scary. I have new respect for you. Um so yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right. So how much of it was? What amount of damage?
All of that was bludgeoning.
Okay. So then you
So
definitely
25 was magical bludgeoning.
hit with all of that. And how would you like to do this?
Bam bam! Ba 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 ba.
I just thought of Bam Bam.
Bam
Just
bam!
about saying that.
Bam bam! Look, I did it!
You totally have a Bam Bam stick too.
I know, that's why I did it. I did it. Look, Master, I did it. Am I any closer to becoming total awesomeness? Tell me yes. Tell me yes.
I'm still leaning on my sword and kind of roll my eyes.
I'm gonna take that as a solid maybe. Solid maybe.
Congratulations on the bush.
Why, thank you.
Ha
Okay. And then 3 other plant things come out of the woods.
Hey, look, Master, you can finally fight now. Let's do it.
They don't seem that tough.
But there's multiple. Will you just help me? You always have to be a dick.
I mean, is it my turn now?
It is Anna's first as they reappear.
Is she any closer to me?
Does she move away or closer?
She would move closer. She moved 10 feet closer, so shoot without disadvantage. She only has a short bow.
No, but like close to me,
No, she'd move closer to the enemies, 10 feet closer.
but away from me.
So 30 feet.
Yes! You didn't move, she moved. You're 30 feet behind her now. You're in the past. So how far away is that other thing?
The next closest
The-
one is 60 feet.
That's the wolf.
Nope.
In sheep's clothing.
No, that is not. There are the tree and the other type of stump that doesn't have the bunny that's being dragged along.
Oh, so the tree is closest.
The tree and the other stump.
Alright. So she will shoot at the tree. Well, how far away is the wolf in sheep's clothing?
That one is just popping out at 80 feet right now.
Yeah, it's just the range she had, and she got a nat 20.
Fuck that bunny.
Hell yeah, that's the thing that started all this shit. Alright. That is 3, so that's 11 piercing damage.
What was your to hit?
It was a nat 20.
Okay, so yeah, you hit.
I hope so. Oh no, it's immune to critical, so.
Well, some creatures
Yeah,
are.
that's 11 piercing.
Is that with the double damage?
Yes, I rolled a 3 on the die.
Okay.
She's going to. What's his face still up there?
Benevolence?
Yeah. She'll move up 10 feet
10 feet closer to the plants or toward benevolence?
towards benevolence. And then she will. It's only been, what, 30 seconds? Or 45 seconds?
About 45.
Okay, so she'll. Will not blink away this time.
Alright.
End her turn.
So, then the closest two are going to move up to 20 feet closer for the stump one, and it is going to belch a gas out of it at benevolence and Anna. I want a Constitution saving throw.
Fucking should have moved away.
This is why you don't clump together. Learn from this, benevolence.
What am I rolling?
Con save.
Con save. I hate you all.
So that is a nat 20 plus
18.
22.
18 for the big rocky guy.
Okay. You both pass. You take 18 poison damage each.
What in the blue hillbilly is going
It's
on?
not 36.
And you are not poisoned for a minute. Alright. And the tree is moving closer. And the wolf in sheep's clothing is moving closer. And then we will check
Anna is bloody.
We will check in back over with Baron and Leo and the others.
Damn.
At present, you've managed to clear away the snow and ice from around the tower to give yourselves room to work, to not end up in a slush pile if clearing away the snow from within the tower itself.
Okay. I guess ritual disc. And direct the half ogres politely to start helping clear the rubble and start repairs, I guess.
Okay.
So all the snow is out of there?
it is from around the tower, so you actually won't just have a bunch of ice turning into frozen water, freezing water, I should say, slushing out as you're clearing the tower. So that way you've got room to work.
Did I not use the flaming sphere in the tower as a spiral to clearing out the inside?
That's what I thought you were doing.
Yeah.
1 second. Concentration up to a minute. Because it's up to a minute, you could recast it and do the inside now, but just going around the exterior of it would have taken at least 1, if not 2 castings because of how much there was. And going around the entire tower.
Sure, we found the rings on the outside doing it. I'll go along with that. So I'll recast on the inside.
Right. Plus, there's also how long that you guys have been at it compared to what's happening in the forest, time compression-wise, in combat versus out.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll do a second cast for the inside and spiral it around. Clear out all the snow from the inside, leaving just the rubble from the roof, I guess. And then get a floating disc. And does that extra cast get rid of everything in the middle?
it does for everything that's snow and ice. Any of the rocks and such still have to be moved, and anything that might be found within it that could have possibly been dragged along with the snow.
So yeah, do ritual, conjure the disc. That is a 16. It's a level 1.
Okay.
And then let's see who's got more strength. I will bull strength Isrog, since he has 25.
Okay.
To start help clearing, and then we can use the disc to load stuff, rubble and stuff up on to move out, clear, as well as have them carry rubble out.
All right. And you find a bunch of the rubble and such is able to be moved without much difficulty with the amount of strength that's used. Plus, it was just the ceiling, so it wasn't multiple floors collapsing down. Go ahead and make a investigation check.
$18.
Okay. So, as you are clearing the rubble and such and the snow, there is a pair of gloves that are completely soaked in water. The flame sphere causing it to steam up. It appears it must have been in the snow and ice on the mountain. There's remnants of a skeletal hand that pretty much collapses as you are looking at it, moving rocks off of it. Seems to have been on the mountain for quite some time. They are made of a pale blue metal and adorned with light blue runes.
I guess we identify. Hey, Baron, right? Leo? Leo.
I mean, they can both do it.
Hey guys, found something else again.
The Baron got an ad 20.
12.
So 24.
Mine's just 12.
Okay. These are gloves
Stupid
of
cleric.
Ultra Savant. You can cast Ray of Frost at will as a standard action. And 3 times per day, you may imbue a melee weapon in hand with cold damage instead of its normal amount. Or 1d6 points of cold damage in addition to its normal amount.
Ooh, Kraz would love these. He's real strong. He likes that weapon. That'd be pretty good for him. I mean, if you wouldn't, I mean, that is true. If it those are real good for her. If you wouldn't mind.
I shrug.
Okay. I'll stick them in my pocket to give them to Kraz later. Or I guess my bag.
Alright, and it remains at that quality for 5 rounds each time that you imbue it.
Fair enough. 1d6 cold.
1d6 cold or replacing the normal damage with cold. So, depends on what you wish to do.
Kraz can have some fire and ice going on with.
Okay, Miss Snow.
Because she's
The
hot
cold never
and
bothered
then
that
cold,
anyway.
and yes, and then no, and then out.
Up in your
How do you
a
know
little bit
the
of
rest
a
of that song?
We were all trying to be cool and be like, we don't know that song. What the hell's that song?
I mean, it was
Everybody-
going in my head.
Yeah.
That's the only part I know of that song.
Dog, a
yeah,
jam
that's-
is a jam.
Hey, let him know. he said dog and Jim. It's a jam.
Oh yeah.
I love you.
You love me.
Okay, so from what I hear, Benevolence wants a Elder God patron or something going on. Great
No.
one.
No, no.
Oh, dude, I saw like a scary monster version of
We've all seen him under our beds.
It was truly terrifying. I'll have to see if I can find it.
He
So we
said
can
it
all
was.
have nightmares.
He said it was truly terrifying. Like, absolutely.
Truly outrageous.
Talk about absolutely not.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh
Okay.
no.
So, the tower is cleared out. It has been thoroughly searched and some items found. The rubble and snow has been cleared, and there's the opportunity to repair, change the design, etc., to make it more stable against people trying to collapse the ceiling in.
Fucking idiots.
Did we check the basement?
Previously, you all have, well, some of you have gone into the basement. It leads down into the ravine.
Creator's been there. He's there.
Do
You can
we
relay
need
that
to,
information.
like, is it gated off or anything?
Not presently, it's just a trapdoor.
I think the first step we should probably do is to put a gate on that or something, just so we're not like being snuck up on.
On the trap door or the tunnel?
Probably the trap door for now, but definitely the tunnel eventually. At least maybe make sure that the entrance in the ravine is disguised well. I mean, as you can see, the frost art clearly does not attract the best of company. So I don't want us to I don't want our little tavern here to get demolished out of nowhere.
One sec.
I forgot I got polymorph, but I can't. I don't know anything to polymorph in.
Let me look at some. A, B, C, D, E, G.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You finally looked at the Barney one?
No,
No, I was meaning
Yeah.
because he was like, mm-mm.
No, I'm saying because this man out of nowhere. What?
Oh, I'm trying to go through the spell list and remember which way that this letter is from others. It's a thing, okay. Leave me alone.
What?
He's trying to remember alphabetically where P is.
Yo,
No, where S is.
Polymorph.
he said what?
S is, yeah.
F is for friends who do stuff together.
PQRSTUV.
And is for anyone, anytime at all. Down here in the deep blue. F is for fire that burns down the hotel.
Go to sleep.
Oh man.
So,
That's
is there a lock on the trapdoor? Is the trapdoor in good condition?
No, it's just shut.
Okay. Is it made of wood?
Mhm.
Have Gozer remove it. And bring in a boulder.
Okay, but benevolence is fine.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
What? What'd you say? You want to say that again?
Stuff his fat ass down there.
Excuse you. It is not fat.
It's
It's
just
hefty.
bulky.
Set the boulder in the door shape, cast stone shape. Use the boulder to create a door, a stone door, with a latch and a couple hinges, and to lock it. Only having at this point the key from this side, or at least the latching device from this side. So now the wood trapdoor is now a stone trapdoor.
Alright.
Okay, that should take care of the trapdoor security for now.
Oh, thank you. That makes me feel better. I just, you know. Leo is going to, like, while this is happening, he's going to inspect like the summoning circles and all that, and make sure that kind of everything is still good, and see if there's anything else that you can like glean from them, or like learn how to activate and where they go and all that stuff.
Okay. Are you talking about the receiver circle that's inside, or are you talking about the stuff that was away from the tower?
Inside first, and
Okay.
then we'll do the big one outside of it.
Okay. So the inside one appears to be a way to channel if somebody is teleporting into the neighboring region to the tower itself. If they're coming through a rift or somewhere else, that would take them to the Frost Heart. Within a couple miles of the tower, it'll take them to the inside of the tower. If they are too large to fit in the tower, they would be shunted to outside, to one of the larger circles.
Alright, is there like a way to lock it and to give access to only like certain like people that we deem? Like, do we have to change the circle for?
You'd have to change the circle. The way that it is presently made, it was designed for somebody would have to know this is the general region to send something and then send it over.
Okay.
So that was what was used for moving the Tarask.
Yeah. All right then.
Take it out of one plane, put it into a different one, and put it to sleep.
All right.
That's kind of what we did with the Elder God thing, except we took ourselves out and left that shit there.
Let's see. What else can he do? What else is like? What other rooms are in the tower?
That's pretty much just it. There's the circle for receiving, stairs that go up to the second floor, which was toppled, anything above that, and then stairs going down to the basement.
Okay, so basically we can create everything off of this one tower, and then this tower can be cordoned off so people can come in and out. Well, we can lock the doors, and they can't just have like free go and access.
If you
So
wish
that's
to do
good.
that, yes. Or you could just, not care and intentionally try summoning demons to that specific spot.
Nope.
Whatever.
What's wrong with that?
Nope, this will be a highly guarded area.
Micah, the entrance, or at least the tunnel system down there, is there any place down there that is either 5x5 or 5x10 in the tunnel that leads to that ravine entrance?
Just after it gets to the bottom of the stairwell. That's where it narrows down to that size.
Does it stay that narrow towards the ravine?
Well, previously it led up to the ravine and part of the exposed flesh of the Tarask, where there's a hole in the rock. Now that hole just leads straight to the ravine itself, and it is considerably larger. Since it kind of got up and knocked a bunch of rocks around as it was getting up.
No, I get that, but the entrance to the tunnel from the ravine and or the big hole, like how far into that do you have to go to get it to at least a 5x10?
The tunnel from the chamber where the elemental and all the robots were to where they were trying to put it to sleep. There's a tunnel between the central shaft of the tower going down and all their sleeping alcoves. At the bottom of that shaft, there's a tunnel that leads over to the elemental and that ravine.
Okay, so in our little cave system thing, that would be the secondary entrance over there?
Yes, presently.
Okay, and is there a place in the tunnel system where we can still access the elemental but disallow access to the ravine?
You'd have to block off that part of the ravine to do that. because the elemental is just right next to where that hole is.
Okay, how big's that hole?
Well, previously it was about 20 by 20. Now it's about 40 by 40.
Shit. And so that 40 by 40 kind of wise one way to the elemental and one, the other way to the tower.
Yeah, the tunnel from that 40 by 40, there's that little alcove, then there's the tunnel that leads over to the tower. So you can easily block off the tower, but you'll have to create some barrier if you're trying to also block off the elemental.
No, I'm just trying to block the outside access.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Because the tunnel is past the elemental from the ravine heading toward the tower, if somebody comes through the ravine down, you can block that, but the elemental would be accessible still. Unless you block the ravine from getting in there.
How much rubble do we have?
You have enough to fill it, but somebody could probably smash through it unless you're using more than just that.
Just trying to see. It'll take a couple days, I guess. Unless, can we get some outside help? Are there any earth masons or earth mages?
You could consider trying to contact someone. There isn't anyone presently around that you're aware of.
I'll start on the work itself. Let's move the rubble to the ravine portion. If you can't find anything, then it'll take me a couple days to finish this portion of the project. I'm gonna use my other 3 slots for stone shape after the rubble is there, to start solidifying a 5-foot by 5-foot cube of stone, just like bunker, and start working that across, so that the tunnel itself leads, the ravine's blocked and the tunnel itself leads to the elemental.
Okay.
If I can't find anybody for this, then I'll use the, should be 5, 10, 15, 30. I would need 4 days to completely seal up this wall. 3 5-foot by 5-foot cubes at a time. Got 2 right now. Then 3 then 3, then 1, and then slant. So yeah. I'll have this for at least his level 4 slots.
Okay.
Well, I
Alright.
could use a 5th to do it. What does a 5th? Oh, nothing.
Alright. And then we switch back over to the fight with a bunch of plant food and such. Some yummy plant food.
Yay!
Alright. So, the wolf in sheep's clothing eventually comes fully out of the woods as the others are moving closer. It's still too far away for it to do anything, but it is Anna's turn.
Fuck him up.
Okay, 1 second. He is trying to reconnect. Alright, welcome back.
Yo.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, friend.
Greetings.
Earthlings?
Greetings, program.
So, it's my turn,
Yes.
and they were how many feet away?
Which?
All of them?
Okay, so
'Cause
the
there's-
wolf in sheep's clothing is the furthest away at 60 feet. The others are 20 feet away from you.
So she's gonna move 20 feet back, but at an angle. So she'd be. I don't know how I could describe this. Like, not so they're not like in a straight line. So she'd be like off, separated from them.
Okay. So diagonally and then to the side a little. To
Yeah.
break up the line.
Still within 80 feet.
It still
of
could
the-
be a line made, but it depends on the angle. So at least you're able to break it up from the angle that they're at right now.
Yeah. And then shoot at the wolves in sheep's clothing. So it is a 28.
That hits.
Nine piercing damage. And oh fuck.
What?
I forgot she has the Henshin armor, which triples her movement speed whenever she dashes. Oh well. Uh.
Okay. So did the piercing damage anything else that you're going to do?
She'll switch to her short sword and move and use her dash to move up behind what's his face, Benevolence.
Okay. And Benevolence will attack. Misses.
And she will disappear.
Okay. Alright, it is B-Dob's turn. I just rolled that Benevolence will miss on their turn. So, Dobbs.
He missed both.
Benevolence did, yeah. It was a 2 and a 4.
Let us roll for him.
Right.
Those are dice that were hitting decent earlier, so.
How far away is everything from me now?
The closest ones are about 50 feet from you.
Um, I am going to cast haste on myself. As the bonus action.
Okay.
Well, I suppose is that? No, it's an action, isn't it? No, it is an action.
Unless you have it from something that's giving it that less, yeah. Like if you're
No,
using Quicken or.
Yeah, I can technically quicken it, but I need my bonus action to dash. So I will.
Get that alarm.
Yeah. Bonus action, dash up to the first one. How close is the second one to
It's
me
within
at this
5
point?
feet.
So they're next to each other?
Yeah.
I'm gonna charge. Which one is damaged?
Neither of them yet. They weren't attacked.
Okay.
Well, at least weren't hit.
It's a stump and a what?
It is a stump and a tree.
I'll take the tree.
Okay.
George. Dobbs. Uh, 25.
That hits.
There's a ally within 5 feet.
Yes.
That will be 5, 9, 11, 20 magical slashing, 5 sneak attack, 6 force for 31.
Okay.
And I will attack the second one. Going to great weapon. Does a 16 hit?
16 does not hit.
The stump?
No.
Jesus fuck. It's a giant stump.
It's a giant stump with sharp thorns and teeth and small tentacles.
Action surge. Attack it again.
Okay.
That's a 28.
That hits.
4, 5, 9, 14 magical slashing and 3 force for 17. And then attack the tree again. 2 great weapon. Does a 17 hit?
Does not hit.
Okay. I'm going to move 30 feet back now. Putting the benevolence in between. Neither get attacks of opportunity since I've hit them both.
Alright.
Yeah! I should have got up when that alarm went off.
Alright. So, first is going to be the tree, which is going to need benevolence to make a dexterity save. Heads or tails? Gaming Wolf.
Heads.
Okay. Arendelle, go ahead and roll Benevolence's dex save.
He's black obsidian. He gets the black dice. What's his dex modifier?
-1.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Got it. Checking just to see if that changed, or if he kept that the same. Yeah. So, what did that come to?
8.
Okay, so he fails. So he is taking 16 bludgeoning and is grappled as roots spring up and grab around him, and is considered difficult terrain. Dobbs, I need you also to make a dex saving throw, as you are within that range.
Okay. .12.
Okay.
He rolled a 9. I rolled an 8.
You take the same amount, and you are also grappled and difficult terrain around you.
Sure. Okay.
Alright, and then the other one, which is right next to it, is going to attack, and you are grappled. It is going to... It's going to make 3 attacks. Let's see. 2 to Dobbs, 1 to Benevolence. So the first one to Dobbs is a dirty 20.
Just hits.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Oh. Where is that? I am. Okay. So, go ahead.
Okay. So did that hit, yes or no?
Yeah, parry reduces damage taken. It doesn't actually increase my AC, and I don't have the reaction for AC.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's why I just wanted to make sure.
That's yeah. I was trying to check on that.
Okay, so you're going to take 18 piercing and 9 poison.
I'm gonna reduce that piercing by 10.
Okay. And
So,
I'm guessing that a 21 hits.
if the 20 did,
Well, I wasn't sure if you had something that you didn't use that you could have.
no. I would have already tried the reaction to raise my AC.
So that is 15 bludgeoning. He's going to aim for Benevolence with the other one. Well, that's a 2, so with the 7, that's not going to hit. So he misses with the tentacle to him. And you both need a Constitution saving throw. This time, Game Wolf, if you want to roll for Benevolence's saving throw.
You're gonna die. He got a nat 20.
He said, "Fuck you, I ain't gonna die."
29.
Okay. So the stench reeks from it, but you manage to resist the poison that it is imbuing.
And then there were two.
Alright. And then the wolf in sheep's clothing is moving closer.
I think I gotta stop fucking around.
Please to repeat.
I think I gotta stop fucking around.
Nah, we got this.
Okay.
Well, I didn't.
Fucking 17 misses them both.
Well, with the 17, it just barely missed for one of them. Alright. And then it comes to Anna as they reappear.
Blink. Out of that thorny shit or whatever that made them have to make saves. Or is that gone?
That's right up there next to them. So you're just blinking away from it.
Yeah. So how far away would they be? 10 feet away from her or 20 feet?
20 feet. Because you had already moved 10 away.
Alright. Really want that wolf in sheep's clothing to die. How far is it away from the other enemies?
It's presently 40 feet away.
Fucking hell.
It's got the slowest movement speed of them.
She's gonna go and dash, I guess. Bonus action dash to go around the enemies and attack the thing from the side. And is going to attack it. So that is 27.
Okay, that hits.
Dice. 5, 6, 12, 13, 16,
My, how average your rolls.
21, 31. So that's 36 slashing damage.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Just stab
Need to
the
preserve
bunny.
it for the pelt.
What? Oh yeah.
Need to preserve it for the pelt.
She's gonna like stab the fucking bunny and then no. She'd jump on it and be like, "This is for biting me, you piece of shit," and just stab the fuck out of it. Dumb.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Son of a bitch. Hey, that is a 20.
Okay. As you hack and slash and chop it up and cut off roots, you can see that a root went through the base of the bunny's body and spread out inside of it. And now that you are closer and not attacking it from a distance, with the holes from the assorted roots and such, you're guessing somebody probably wouldn't want this pelt. It also looks like they have patches where some of it has fallen out because it's been rotting and just puppeteered.
Sure, kick it. Piece of shit.
Should have rolled higher on that perception check to see that it was undead.
It was an investigation check, he told me the first time.
Well, the investigation check was to find a rabbit. And you
Exactly.
found a rabbit. You didn't find one that was alive.
It looked alive enough.
You pretty much, at that point, were just like, I've been searching and searching, and I can't find any damn bunnies. This'll do.
Pretty much. Who wants 20 fucking rabbits?
Somebody's planning on making a coat, probably.
Maybe.
That blanket uses a lot of rabbit fur.
Alright, so just, use her blink to just vanish again. Would this be the last time?
That would be yes.
Alright. That's crooked. 16.
Okay. Alright, which leaves Dobbs and Benevolence on their own over there with the Withering Tree and Greater Malboro. So, Dobbs first.
Which one cast this root bullshit on me?
So the tree did that.
I attack the tree.
Okay.
$20.
That hits.
Oh, yeah! 11, 13, 14, 15. 18 magical slashing for 6 force and 5 sneak attack for 20, 12, 17, 20, 29.
How do you want to do this? That's 1 HP over.
Ha! Clean through the base. Have it topple over.
Okay. You just like your sword is as if it is just a lump of meat at a butcher's and chops through splinters, fragmenting everywhere, just bark flying off. Lost termites without any home suddenly scurrying away from the wreckage as it falls. You and Benevolence are no longer grappled.
Yeah. So my next attack is now against the stump. I rolled 2 under max damage.
Nice for you to be serious. Should have been doing that from the start.
Second attack is an 11. And third attack, I am hasted. Ooh, that is a 27.
Okay.
With comes max damage, comes min damage. One force with 15 magical slashing for 16. Fourth attack. Oh, fuck you and your threes. You're not getting rolled anymore. Action search. Use my daily.
You just chunk it across the room.
That's like the fourth 3 it's rolled. Fuck that thing. 21.
Okay, that hits.
Uh, 18. 2 of which is force. And I'm going to back up and charge. No attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Ooh. $30. 6 of which is force.
Okay. All right. And the
Get him, benevolence.
the stump husk kind of sheds off as it has more tendrils and a bunch of eyes. The mouth is even wider without the stuff in the way. And it is definitely not looking too happy, but it doesn't look terribly damaged now that the stuff is shed off of it.
I'm glad we got rid of its temporary HP, Micah.
No, it was more.
It's not even its final
disguise.
form.
There's like some large trees and such. It's a plant, but it's not actually a tree.
It's a pseudo-wudo.
It's more trying to help it disguise and hunt. All right. One of you go ahead and roll for benevolence, and then the other roll for the other attack.
Yeah. What's his plus to hit?
13.
Okay.
I'm just gonna let him roll.
Okay.
13 for the first one. 10 for the second one.
Okay. So it misses both.
Sad day.
All right.
Where's his strength?
He should be
20.
getting +5.
Right. But
+1 for the weapon. So it's +6 on 13. It's still 17.
19. That would have been a
19. 19.
And he's proficient, so that's +4.
okay. Yeah. Nope. Sorry. He would have just hit with both of them.
Yeah.
I forgot about the +1 on the card.
So what? That's 2d6, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna
2d6 plus
smite.
1.
I don't know how many spell slots he has.
Burn a third spell slot. 48. He's actually also raging, so +2 on the damage.
11. So that's 16. 18.
I can tell because his eyes are glowy white.
Yeah. 18 plus 1, so that's 19.
Is that +2 for raging?
Yeah, that's with the +2 with raging.
Okay, and then the
So
second one.
Hurrah! 4. 10. So 15, 17, 18. for the
Did
second
you
attack.
do the 48 for the smite?
I don't know how many spell slots he has left. He said he used 2
He'd have
smites
one more.
already. Oh,
At
then
least.
fuck yeah.
Because of the long rest. I know he's got at least that much.
And I know he's tried to act all cool in front of his teacher.
So that's 11, 17. That is 24. Radiant damage.
Oh yeah, there is a reason why we're not hitting this with radiant.
Well, it was the tree thing that we were hitting. This doesn't look like
was
a
the
tree
bush.
anymore.
Ah, yeah, you're right.
If it heals up, well, no, next
Yeah,
time
it
not
was
do it
the
again.
devil root that got healed from it. All right. It is definitely looking like it is oozing out sap-like substance from its core.
Fuck this guy.
Okay. It is its turn.
Now it's trying to fuck us up.
I blinked out.
I'm glad I
did.
picked up that spell. Hell
Right?
yes, you
It's super
Alright.
helpful. I did that in a banshee fight. Man, fuck those banshees.
So I'm going to need a con from Dobbs and Benevolence.
28.
Benevolence got an 11.
Okay. And he's got a -1 on that, so...
He's
He's got a -1
his
to con.
At least last
How
time
does he have a
updated-
-1 to dex and a -1 to con?
At least the last time that he updated the sheet and sent it to me. He's not here to correct it, so I've got to go with what he gave me last.
How does he have an 8
Constitution?
constitution?
Let me just
Whatever.
double check, but that's what it said.
You
I
said a
totally-
constitution
Oh, no,
or
sorry.
dex?
That was a different one. That's a +3, so...
Oh, he still
yeah, that makes a
failed.
difference. Definitely a difference. What was the roll again?
11.
Okay, so it's still not enough, but
Yeah.
It's 14.
yeah.
He can use. He's got a inspiration die who we can use for him.
He'll live. We'll win through this fight.
Okay.
Will he though? He's taking some chunks.
He's got a lot of health. Let's hope he has a lot of health.
Okay. So that is 48 acid damage to Benevolence and 24 to Dobbs.
Fucking fuck.
How many for me?
24 because it's halved.
Okay.
Huh.
24.
How's he looking? Is he down?
All right, and Benevolence
just got
appears
bloody.
to be blinded.
See,
Fuck.
I told you, inspiration.
Dude, he is like on the verge of death at the.
Yeah, benevolence isn't looking so good.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, then it is Anna's turn.
Fucking blinking right behind that thing and stabbing it in the back.
I'm next
While
to it.
slashing it.
Sneak attack.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw.
There's acid around that piece of shit.
No, there's its stench. You weren't
Oh.
up next to it to attack before. Dobbs and Benevolence already became immune to it because of they passed earlier.
That's an 11.
Okay. You are poisoned until the start of your next turn.
Poison.
Yep.
But that means I don't get my sneak attack.
Yep.
Why are you being so mean?
So,
Okay.
yeah. It is a very terrible stench. But,
Well, that's a 26.
that
Is
hits.
that it? Okay. Really waiting for a nat 20 so I can do this extra 4d6 slashing damage. Ha! Sweet! I rolled a 1 for the damage. So that's 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
Magical slashing damage.
Now my turn.
Yes.
Fuck this thing in the face. I'm angry. Great weapon.
Okay.
That's a nat 20.
Ah! Fuck off.
Oh, admin damage.
Doubles. Crit.
I know.
So, what
It's
is
still minimum crit.
that? So is that 2?
There's a couple of 2s and a 1.
It's not minimum, it's just low.
Yeah, 4, 6, 8, 9. So 18 regular with 19 added. Because the great weapon and my strength modifier don't add to the crit, right?
Right.
So yeah. $18. 37.
Okay.
Still alive?
Still alive.
Fuck it in his face.
That's certainly one way to deal with it, but
Yeah, I
I'm
was
not,
about to say.
not sure if that's the
Great
best
weapon.
option.
23.
Okay, that hits.
Now you want to give me back? Fucking fuck you. Um. 20. 24. 34.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
I want to cleave it in twain.
So,
Jump up and blah, wah.
jump up in the air, leaping at it as it's opening its mouth wide, reeling back as it's about to breathe something on you. You just swing down, slicing right through the upper jaw face of it, down through its gullet, its tongue out the other side, and leaning with the inertia to be carried out of its maw before it would be able to bite or breathe down on you, as it lumps to the ground. A final exhale of some sort of gas spreads out on the grass around, not quite to you, but you can see it slowly starting to turn the blades into stone.
Anna's like, all right, high five. We did it.
Am I out of the out of that cloud?
Because it didn't get a chance to breathe it fully out, it was just a soft exhale instead of the full breath weapon.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take my following 2 attacks to hit it twice again.
Okay.
And Anna's just like waiting there with her hand up while you're just wailing on the thing. Blah, blah.
And then I turn around and I punch her.
What?
Don't ever shoot at me again.
Well, you wouldn't. We'd have to roll at disadvantage.
Why? I'm not blinded.
Well, she has her cloak of displacement.
Oh, fair enough. Does a 20 hit?
She'll use her reaction to add +4 to her AC and to knock away your hand. You're like, fuck are you?
As a matter of fact, no. Get fucked.
And she'll knock away your hand with her sword.
Right, which she didn't use earlier to defend herself.
Well, she didn't have her sword out. She had
Yeah.
her bow out.
I get that. I'm just joking about, an event.
Yeah,
And
it could have.
eventually, together you make sure that none of these things are just unconscious but are actually dead.
Burn them.
Two of
Burn
them-
them.
2 of them were at -1 HP. And
I know how
Destroy
Micah rolls. Double tap everything.
Who wants a
took-
beer? I should just take off her helmet and be like,
I'm
let's get some
sure-
beer.
The blind benevolence is gonna look in your direction like, yeah!
yep, and then starts walking in the direction and stumbles over some of the roots.
He definitely needs a healer. Something. He looks
He
like.
doesn't take any damage, at least.
Little did we know he had 1 hit point, and that was it.
High enough on a dex save that he's okay. Yeah! The one who stumbles and then just pops right back up again.
See, he can make a dex save when it doesn't come to taking damage.
Yeah. That was a 17
Of massive
even with his
proportion.
-1. It's like, yeah, okay, he didn't take anything. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I grab him by the shoulder and we point him and take his bat and get him on the elk and go home.
Y'all have an elk? What's the speed of an elk? Oh, fuck that. Her dashing is tripled, so she has
You've got more than an elk does, yeah.
80. So 90, 180. She has 210 movement speed.
Yep, useful if you aren't stuck in a small room. Otherwise, you're
Yeah!
just running around like a kid. That's
She's just gonna be
that'd
like,
be
she
too
put
much
her helmet
sugar.
back on. Puts her helmet back on. And be like, I catch her at the tavern. Shoom!
Elf streak speeds by. Anyway, so yeah, you all get drinks and then head back toward Ebon Peak. The others at the tower would eventually come back um, with plans for improving it and such. And
How did Sill's little investigation go and all of that fun stuff? Because she
So-
needs to turn those brains in before they rot.
right, you were going to find somebody to do it, and you didn't roll on that yet. So go ahead and roll your investigation real quick.
Oh, whoop. That fell off. Duh. Sill. Which version of her? This one. So that is 16.
Okay. You were able to find somebody who is able to cast locate animals or plants, and got you the direction for it.
Awesome.
And
So she'll
Umbra was
take-
able to find Linnell.
Alright. So they'll do their things. Umbra's gonna take. Sill's gonna take. What's his face? Dare. And. Has Garnick ever been found yet?
You haven't looked for him yet this session, but the last few times that people were looking for him, they didn't find him.
He's dead. So, one less obstacle in her way.
Considering it was his ex and his mistress that, well, not quite his ex because she died, but yeah, close enough.
Right? He's got a lot of lost time to make up for.
Uh-huh.
I give him 2 more days. So she'll take Dare. And who else was she on good terms with? Fuck it, she'll take Elwyn, why not? And yeah, those 2 will suffice as meat shields for her.
Okay.
And they'll take Old Fart and hatch him up to a sled or some whatever carriage to pull them to where they need to go.
Okay. And Ko is a bit surprised seeing Dare, since they're both the same sort of hybrid species. But Malik is, pleased to see you again, and the brains that they can consume.
Yep.
Both Malik and Ko can consume, that is.
So she needs to bring, what, 14 more brains?
Yep.
He said 30 pounds of brains, right?
Yeah.
How much does a brain weigh?
They
Depends on the
weigh-
particular creature.
Yeah. Let's just say they
I
weigh
think-
about 3 pounds.
On average for a humanoid.
So that's 12 more pounds of brains left. So 4 more brains, and her deal will be done with Malik.
Are illithid brains any bigger than humans?
Well, you found a bit of animals to hunt. So we've been okay, at least.
That's good. Hey, you want a card? And she'll like bring out her deck of delusions and desires or whatever it's called. uh, what was it called?
Deck of Desires and Delirium.
Delirium. Right.
Okay, try to do a persuasion check because it's coming out of nowhere.
What? She's a nice person.
False.
Delusion and delirium. She has 10 left. Alright. Persuasion?
Yes.
Oh, he's so gonna fucking do it. That is a 25.
Okay.
Pick a card, any card, but not that card.
This is how you weed out the death cards.
What? That's not what she's thinking about at all. She's a nice person. That's what the N means in the alignments, right? Nice. She's nice evil. Malik's done a lot for her, so time to return the favor.
Yeah, but being a guinea pig.
Yeah. But he could also get something really good, so, it's a 50-50.
Alright. 1 second. Just checking to see what that card that was drawn is, and we're moving it from the list since he drew it.
So, out of the deck of cards, she doesn't have the number 7. That's what I have written down in the note.
You have now, with what's been drawn, 9 left.
Oh, right. So she doesn't have the number 7, or the one that Yolinda drew. What number was that?
That was a King of Hearts.
Okay.
And this one is the Jack of Hearts. He draws it as a child reading a book in the image. The book has an image of a child reading a book, which in turn contains an image of a child reading a book, and so on.
Oh boy.
He passes out.
But
He is now stuck in a dream. Inception,
Do
y'all.
you do anything?
Touch him!
Try
Touch
to
him! Touch him!
Try to catch him before he falls and hurts himself.
Okay.
And then
Ko is angry and asking what the hell just happened.
So it's gonna be like, these cards have random things on that happen to whoever draws it. You want to draw one?
Persuasion! Persuasion!
Go ahead and make a go ahead and make a persuasion check first on trying to keep her from punching you.
My AC will keep her from punching me. That's a 29.
Okay. She definitely has got her fist clenched and she's like ready to. Malik kind of gives a little grumbling exhalation, so he's alive at least.
See, he's just sleeping. He was super tired
Now
and
go ahead and roll
looked like he needs a rest.
persuasion again on whether or not shield rock.
Ah, that fell off. That is another 29. 17s. So, yeah, 29. Persuasion and deception. Highest skills that she has. And perception.
Okay.
So all the cards are hearts?
No, not all of them, but those are the ones that have been drawn so far.
What was the 7? A club or what?
No, the 7 the one was drawn was a
Spade.
king of hearts. Or are you talking
No,
about
the
something else?
first card she drew, which was the gate. It was a 7 of something. But I don't remember what. Excuse me.
Oh, you mean the gate spell? That was the bridge. That was the Queen of Hearts.
Oh, okay. So not the 7. Okay. Queen. Heart. I thought you said 7. Okay. So, what did Co draw? Some OP power that she still could have had.
She draws the Ace of Clubs.
Spades.
Hey, what?
She draws the Ace of Clubs.
Oh man.
And her skin seems just slightly softer, cheekbones a little tiny bit more pronounced, lips a little fuller.
She got
She
sexy.
just got pretty.
Still could have used a little more sexiness. And not being blue. I'm still
That's
pissed
right.
off about
She's
that.
still a Smurf.
A blueberry. Fucking hell. She almost
You
looks
should
like
have.
a
You
Draenei.
shouldn't have eaten the candy in the factory.
She didn't eat anything. That was going through the stupid ass portal.
Well, I mean, that's what you get for going through those janky secondhand ones.
So Syl's gonna turn to Dobbs and be like, "Your turn. You helped me out, so you get a draw."
Did you take Dobbs?
Oh fuck,
You
Dobbs.
mean
This
Elwyn.
is Syl. My bad. Elwyn. Right. Elwyn, it's your turn. Since you're the least likely elf that I want to kill right now.
Okay.
Turns out.
Turns out he dies. Oh well. No skin off my back.
All right. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Oof. That is a 24.
It's like, I'll wait another time, maybe.
Ah, what? What'd he get?
Kind of that 20 plus his bonuses.
Sucks. Alright. Dare, would you like to draw one? She's not gonna persuade him or anything. Just asking him. She doesn't want to pressure him into doing anything.
You still in love with him?
Unfortunately.
drink that love potion number 9 or some shit?
Your card. First person that meets her standards, she'd fall in love with. And since she is obsessed with tentacles,
Ooh. Oh,
yeah,
you thought that was gonna be an easy out.
If it wasn't there, it was gonna be Cthulhu's brother. So good thing it was there.
it's true. It could have just as easily been that, or it could have been the beholder, depending on how that worked. But the card was not that quite. All right, he's gonna draw a card. Just flipped a coin to see because it wasn't persuasion.
I like how the non-persuasion is a higher chance.
Yeah.
Well, it's thus far she's been nice to Dare even without trying to like butter up to him. You know, just because she's infatuated. So
And he dies.
A little bit heartbroken for her. But at least the spell would be broken.
No, you'd still be in love, but you'd be in love with the dead guy and heartbroken.
That is true.
Then you could steal Yolinda's sword in a year and bring it back.
okay, it is the Jack of Spades.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
There is
Jack.
a image.
Jack's a tricksy.
There's an image of a fissure on it.
Aww.
And he's staring into it.
Okay.
Is this the one that opens up and swallows him whole?
No.
Swallows
that
everyone
would have
else
been
up whole.
kinder.
Oh no, what does this do? What have I done?
So 1 second here.
And this is how your fucking around turns into an encounter. I thought we were a good example of that earlier.
What?
I just wanted to kill a buddy. A buddy's only got like 5 hit points. I totally nailed that thing to the tree.
And then it fucking turned to look at her. Fuck this. I am
Okay.
out of here.
All
Alright,
right.
so tell me the good news.
Is he swallowed by hellfire?
No, he looks at the card and its sill, immediately drops it and starts backing away, babbling and hiding as far away from her as he can.
Ah! No, why you do this? Sill's gonna go over to him and be like, what's wrong?
He startles and gives a shriek, clutching his head and just whimpering.
Oh. Sill's gonna just back away from him.
You're not gonna try and comfort him?
He takes a long-term madness
Oh.
of intense revulsion to the source of it, which was the card and the
Oh.
sill.
Oh.
Oh!
You're not even friend zoned.
At least he's always gonna be thinking about her, but not in a positive way.
How many years?
Oh no, it's not years. But it
Decades.
is 90 hours.
So, like, a week.
Anytime that he is near Syl or cards of any kind, he'll babble, whimper, and try to flee them.
I think he needs some alone time.
And he is weak to psychic damage. And if hit with it, he will take another long-term madness anytime it happens.
He should probably stay at the castle for a while.
But yeah, he takes intense revulsion to Syl and cards.
Syl's gonna be very heartbroken about this.
Maybe this is going to be enough to make her change her ways. Fat chance, huh?
Don't you believe it?
Syl's gonna go over to Malik and try to wake him up.
Suddenly, around, there is a book that appears, a
Ooh, Syl loves
dice
books.
set, and a violin. Go ahead
Roll
and
the
take a
dice.
look-
Roll the
Go ahead
dice.
and take a look at the book.
Syl likes books. She will look at the book.
Okay. What languages do you speak?
Oh boy. I thought we said to keep a post-it note. Common, Elvish, Infernal, Thieves' Cant, Sign Language, Deep Speech, Giant, Dwarvish, Minotaur, Primal, and Sevakal. Though she's never seen Sevakal.
Okay. So. You don't know what language this is, but you can somehow understand it.
Is it a Sevakal?
Yep.
That's fucking amazing!
He gains proficiency with one language, instrument, and gaming set, and suddenly has that instrument, gaming set, and a novel in that language.
Fuck that, he's not getting this book back.
As he wakes up, he's able to somehow understand and read the novel. It is some sort of desert romance between the tribes kind of novel.
Fuck
40
yeah.
thieves.
Syl's gonna be like, oh man, this book looks awesome. And then she'll put it in her backpack.
Okay, go ahead and make a sleight of hand.
You're good at stealing, right?
Oh yeah, she is. That's a 19 on the die. Plus 10, so that's 29.
Yeah, he definitely didn't notice with the 6.
How nice does
It
that
says-
violin look?
Yeah, so it's gonna be like, what are these things? Oh hey, you're finally awake.
Yeah. They don't look expensive or anything, but he's suddenly proficient with them. And he doesn't know yet about the novel, since he's still waking up. So he doesn't know he's proficient with that language until he encounters it.
Good luck finding
Thieves.
Sevakal.
Right? They're not even from this plane.
So, otherwise he seems perfectly unharmed.
So she's gonna ask Malik if what he thinks is wrong with Dare, and point to the card on the ground.
Okay? As you're pointing to it, the card is crumpling and turning to dust.
Okay. Oh, that's right. That's what happens when the cards are drawn.
with his lack of proficiency and a roll of a 2, I'm going to say he has no idea.
0 empathy.
It's not so much empathy as I have no idea. He seemed perfectly fine before I passed out, and now he's suddenly babbling like a madman. What did you do?
I asked if he wanted to draw a card, and he drew a card, and he is afraid of me, and he ran all the way over to that corner and won't start crying.
I don't know
stop
what those cards are, but you might want to just destroy them.
Hmm. Gonna have to take a hard pass on that, Malik. I kind of like these cards. Well, not right now, because they kind of did that to him. Do you think I can stay here for a while the others go back so that he won't be afraid of me and run away into the woods and get lost?
Well, we don't have much space, but you're welcome to sleep on the floor out here.
I don't plan on staying for the night. I just want enough time for them to go back to the castle and then me go over there afterwards. So, actually, it may not be a good idea to go alone.
Here, take this.
Seems fine with us, but, suit yourself.
What happened?
He's saying it's fine for them, but, they probably have something that Baba Yaga used to have for
Oh,
finding
yeah.
their way.
They got a Baba Yaga?
Used to. We killed her. Still killed the fuck out of her.
Why would you kill Baba Yaga?
Because she tried to kill us.
That's what Baba
Anyway.
Yaga does.
So it's just gonna be like trying to hide behind Malik so that Dare's not that much afraid anymore.
Okay.
And just like tell Owen to take him and Old Fart back.
Okay. So, yeah, he'll do that. I'll take him back. And
Thanks.
eventually
I'll owe you a card.
he just kind of rolls his eyes.
cards.
Alright. Still this sad. She's gonna be like sitting down on the couch looking at this box of cards, just thinking about if she just should chunk it into the fire or not.
Or whether she should pick one. You should pick
Or
one.
whether she should pick one. You know what? Evens or odds?
Draw.
Evens. Draw it.
Haha. She does not draw the card. Wait, if evens 2 or evens not 2?
Evens to draw.
Alright, she rolled 17, so she's not doing All right.
Okay. So, as you were talking and such, so quick little bit, you did know that Elwyn had the box with the decks. Would you have at all made any attempt to try and sneak that out?
A box with what? The deck of many things? Many more things?
The box that changed which type of cards that it had. Last you remember, Elwyn had it. I was just asking if, since you had Elwyn separated from more than just Dare, if you would have tried for it or not.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll sleight of hand.
That is a
Low key, this is actually how Syl dies eventually.
20. Yeah.
I'm sorry, was it what?
Dirty 20.
Okay. So you're trying to get it out of his sack, but unable to get it open before he's approaching and paying attention enough that you're just like, oh, you dropped this, kind of, obvious, but not so obvious as to what you're after.
Oh, you dropped this, and she puts out like 10 platinum coins.
Did we ever find that goddamn
Esteban?
guy who owes us money?
No, we have not found him yet.
Somewhere. Briefly spotted him in the courtyard, but then all the things with the rain demons and everything, haven't spotted him since.
Nope, not yet. So that's the next quest. Locate Esteban.
Okay. So, any final things you'd like to do before we end the session off for the night?
Get Benevolence's blindness cured.
It ended after a minute of trying to get back.
Okay.
So,
Oh, yeah, that wasn't a permanent thing. I guess Umbra is just like trying to woo Linnell.
okay. Alright. Well, we will deal with that another time. And
Have the sisters found anything?
what were they specifically looking for?
Assassins and doing an investigation into like
Not
if
yet.
people
No, they
were
haven't found
missing
anything.
and all that. Okay. Maybe doing a couple murders in the name of their god.